Welcome back to the Rewind Classic Movies podcast about films we probably saw as kids, even if we didn't understand the adult themes. This is part 2 of our 2-part conversation about Batman 1989. I'm GB, and with me, as ever, is my co-host, AJ.
Hi, everybody. Good to be back.
Are you looking forward to talking about more Batman?
I definitely am. I can't wait to talk about more Batman. Should we kick off with some music?
Let's talk about the music. Just carry on nicely from the visuals that we talked about in the last episode. Should we start with the score?
I think the score. Yep. Danny Elfman. My God. It's just wonderful.
Isn't it?
It's just wonderful. Would you listen to it in the car?
Oh, mate, I have. I thought I've been Batman driving along with my Batmobile.
Excellent.
Driving along on my Batmobile.
He was beside me at the wheel.
So many great moments in the score. Like, I mean, Elfman, so the backstory of this is Elfman said that he really had to prove himself because even though he'd worked on the Pee Wee Herman movie that Burton did and Beetlejuice, there was a lot of skepticism that he wasn't the right guy to do it. And he's never done a really big budget movie or action movie before this. Bear in mind, you know, when he started work on it, Beetlejuice is not out and successful. And it wasn't until he sort of played ideas to the producers and Burton was there going, play the march. and they felt that he was the right choice. And there are so many good motifs and melodies in this. It feels, capitals everywhere, it feels really perfect by the mood it creates. Like it's heroic, but it's still dark. Like how he's done this combination, I don't know.
Man,
and
so I've got written in my notes literally that it's like the right level of unease. You've got like this kind of gothic, swirling, slightly wrong in exactly the right way. It's literally what I've written. It's just great. And you know how we often talk about scores and we're like, sometimes, well, we didn't notice the score at all, but you know, maybe that's a good thing. It just works with the film. In this one, I heard the score all the time. It's just there.
It's a character.
Maybe it's because maybe it's louder than in some films or something like that. But it is. You're right. It is a character. It is. The whole score is a character in itself. It's so bloody good.
Danny Elfman doesn't like the mix. There were some comments from him that were fairly rude about the British. About the British that mixed it. Yeah, you read that as well, did you?
I did read that. I thought that was hilarious.
Very bold.
Yeah. He's like,
he said basically the English can do some good mixes, but not this bunch.
Yes. He just said they didn't care. I know.
Yeah. Which is interesting because then you go, look, it sounds great. We love it so much. Is he so close to it that actually he doesn't know what's best for it? You know, you get that with musicians. You know, musicians go into the studio, they'll record a song, they might record 8 guitar parts, and actually there's too much going on, or this bit shouldn't be in the mix, and they're so associated with their personal connection of writing and recording it that they lose the objectivity. So.
You and I have been in recording studios how many times, and we've done mixes, and we're sitting there with like really good cans, and we're running it through like, you know, high fidelity equipment, and we've got this much reverb, and we're the EQ and we're figuring it all out, and someone listens to it, you know, on Spotify at like 198, 192 bits. It's not what you mixed and you can't tell. You know. So I get what he's saying totally as a musician or a scorer, you know, orchestrator, but mate, on the film, it's totally fine. You're all good.
Yeah.
You're all
and
good.
I do think it's one of the greatest scores of all time. And has he, I'm going to ask this question because it just popped into my mind. With this, did he slightly reinvent the superhero score? Before this, you had what, Superman? Very different.
When did we get, well, you had Star Wars at this point, which was definitely iconic, John Williams. Did you have we had Indiana Jones at this point?
Yeah. This is behind all of them, but there's something about this that creates a mood that I don't think any others do.
Creates a mood, yes. Rather than a theme song, it creates the underlying mood. Yeah, okay.
Like, for me, I hear this score and I feel like I'm in. If I close my eyes, I can feel like I'm in Gotham. Right? It's kind of choking up with the dirty, thick air, and you know, it's all a bit moody.
Yeah,
Raiders, great. I feel adventurous with Raiders, or Star Wars makes me feel, you know, emotional. A Superman makes me feel, you know, joyous or whatever.
But this
is a whole different thing
in the city. I like that. That's a cool.
And
take.
that's not it though. there's this amazing score by Elfman and the Prince soundtrack.
Mate, this is what blows my mind is Prince, right?
Yeah.
But the fact that Prince is basically the Joker's theme music, right? It's just brilliant. It's like chaos needs funk, you know?
That's the tagline for the poster, the Joker poster with the Prince collab.
I mean, it's just great because Prince only comes on when the Joker's tearing shit up, and it's just brilliant. I just love it, and it shouldn't work at all. Like,
no, it shouldn't work.
Because you've got this gloomy Elfman, not gloomy, but you've got Elfman doing this kind of like, you know, score and stuff like that, and then suddenly you got Prince funk. I got Prince singing stuff, and it's like, what are we doing here? No, but it works so well.
I'm a big fan of the Prince music in this, and Party Man, all that, like that whole scene in the museum is absolutely fantastic.
It's so good because the guy just holds a fucking boombox, right, with the handlebar moustache. He's like, and they turn it on, and he just holds it, and just Prince, and they're just smashing shit.
I like that there's a motivation for playing Prince's soundtrack because the guy has a boombox.
I know.
You know, and then he presses the stop button and the song stops. Like, it just makes it make sense. Is it a bit forced? Maybe, but it really works for the character for me. And there's a couple of music videos where Prince is dressed up as the Joker, and it just suits him. You think, well, you're just dressed as Prince in that purple suit.
I've not seen this, but because of the thing, because he's wearing, you know,
Purple Rain.
Exactly, it's all purple. And like the money throwing parade bit, you know, where he's chucking, and it's dragging on a little bit, but actually at this point it's just a vehicle for Prince, which is fine. So like, let it run. It's great. It's just great.
The bit in the museum though, where like he's carefree destroying all the art in the museum, and he does that little floaty impersonation of the statue, whether that's ballet or whatever, and just knocks it off. And I just absolutely love it. And then, you know, the guy's knifing the artwork, and he stops him from the one that was quite horrific and says,
I like that one.
I like that one. Yeah. But Burton said that he had no problem with the Prince songs, but he was less enthusiastic with their use in the film, which is slightly underhanded, sort of going, yeah, they're right, just not in my fucking movie.
But the thing is, I can get that in a way, because if you're looking at it, you know, we've seen the finished product and we're looking at it all, and it's like, yeah, that works. And also we love Prince. But I suppose if you're putting the movie together and you've got Danny Elfman's score and you've got this sort of dark underworld, and you're like, you've got this really funky music, I can see why he might say that, like, I'm not sure this is really going to work, but take a punt, and it does. But it could have not worked, I reckon.
Well, it's the only thing that threatens to sort of date the movie or pull it out of being entirely immersive. I think that's something you can throw at it, is because you're immediately going, well, this is the 80s and that's Prince. Everything else is sort of in its own world.
But because Prince is so fucking timeless.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it works. It does work. People didn't like it at the time. People fucking thought it was stupid, as did Tim Burton.
Really?
But originally, producers wanted Prince to write music for the Joker and someone else to write the romance songs. Do you know who that someone else was?
No.
It's Michael Jackson.
No.
They wanted Michael Jackson to write the other half of the soundtrack alongside Prince. And then they wanted Danny Elfman to combine the style of both together for the entire of the film's score.
God, that would have been something else. Could you imagine that?
What sort of hellish A-level music task is this?
God. Wow, I want to be in the world where that exists just to watch it. That would be incredible.
I mean, can you imagine that? Michael Jackson and Prince coming up with a soundtrack for a movie, half each.
I would love to have, like, for them to have done a thing together. But I mean, they're so... No, they're not similar at all. They're completely different. But there's a lot of similarities where the music sort of meets and stuff. I mean, yeah. Absolutely. Two of my favourite recording artists of all time. Absolutely.
I mean, it's great. Two of legends.
Incredible. Absolutely
Any
incredible.
more for your music?
No, just simply wonderful.
If you had to rank it?
S, double S, SS.
Oh, I don't know if we can go there. I did not see that one coming. In that case, let's talk about things we want to talk about.
But right, so Batcave, when he's in the Batcave, but not dressed as a bat, He looks
in his little turtleneck.
With his turtleneck and his jeans, looking like Steve Jobs.
Yeah. Julia said to me, she went, God, his hair's awful.
His hair. So I've got that he's about to like announce the iBat. And also, what the fuck is up with that perm?
Yeah.
Is what I've got in my notes.
Do you think it's a perm?
Well, I don't know. I don't think it's a perm necessarily, but the hair's not good. Or maybe it's the lighting or the lens or a combination of the both, but it just... I'm not saying it's bad, but your eye is drawn to it. Like, you see his hair, and it's like, I'm not sure about that.
I miss the era where characters in movies didn't look like Hollywood megastars.
Yeah, I know, right?
It keeps it much more grounded and real. It might be more distracting
like a normal
now,
bloke.
But it just looks like a normal bloke.
Yeah. You?
The origins of the characters I find interesting. I love both the Batman and the Joker origins. I've always been fascinated by these kind of I am what you made me stories.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yeah, absolutely.
And it's brilliant that it was accidental from the bullet ricocheting off and then him dropping into the chemicals. It's not like Batman went, I'm going to fucking kill you.
Yes.
So I think that's an interesting setup. And then later when the Joker says, you made me, they made each other. That's the brilliant thing about it all. And Sam Hamm says it wasn't him who wrote that Joker killed Batman's parents. Like you said in the intro, we feel like we're watching the murder of the Wayne family that isn't in the intro. That comes later. And a lot of people find that problematic, that Joker killed the Waynes. But Sam Hamm was on a writer's strike at the time and said it was something that Tim Burton wanted early on, and he pushed back on it, didn't like it. Mm-hmm. He also said that he didn't write Alfred letting Vicky Vale into the Batcave, which again, some groups of fans don't like because that just sort of wouldn't happen in the comics. And Sam Hamm said that would have been Alfred's last day of employment if he was writing it.
I must admit, it jarred me a little bit. Like, oh, all right, when that happened, it's like, Jesus, what are you doing, Alfred? Fuck's sake. That's not your job.
I'm torn on, is it Alfred's job to look after Bruce Wayne? And in that moment, is that the thing that Bruce Wayne needs more than anything else?
Yeah, all right.
I don't know if that's the right answer, though, because of the way he sort of dismisses it and goes, I gotta go to work. If he'd gone, oh, do you know what? I do love you. We should be together. Let's get out of here. And it changed the course of his life for the better. You go, yeah, okay, that makes sense that Alfred did the right thing. I don't know. But it was an interesting... I liked the shock of it. I always like, as a kid, people being in places they shouldn't be. When Darth Vader enters the rebel base on Hoth, and it's like, holy fuck, he can't be in here, you know, that kind of thing. I really enjoyed that.
I don't know that.
Messes with me.
I mean, to be honest, I don't know what you're talking about, so...
I know.
Yeah, that's fine.
I know.
I know.
Sam Hamm has gone on to write the follow-up comic book to this movie, and Batman Returns, for that matter, which a lot of people hail as the real successor, the comic book version. Because after this, so you get this movie, you get Batman Returns, and then you get Batman Forever. Tim Burton didn't do Batman Forever, the third part of it. That was Joel Schumacher. It had Val Kilmer as Batman, which you know, right?
I think I do. I do know. I'm aware.
So yeah, people have always been like, oh, what would the Tim Burton third movie have been like? And you can there is a comic book by Sam Hamm. So the original writer is involved in writing this comic book follow-up. And you can see it on my wall there. And then they call it Batman 89, which I find really interesting. That's now almost how everyone refers to it, Batman 89. And the cover looks good. Batman looks good on the cover. I haven't read it yet because it arrived yesterday. So I'm going to be reading it. But also, I got the hardback, and I took off the dust jacket, which, you know, people in the future use to protect their books. That's a Back to the Future line.
I was just going to say, it's Back to the Future.
Yeah, and when I took off that dust jacket, as you can see now that I'm holding up to the camera, underneath is an alternative cover, which is basically a Batman 89 VHS. So it just looks like I'm holding up a VHS with the Batman 89 logo on it, and that's on the front and the back. That looks absolutely glorious. So
from the front to the back, that's where I was at. You got it. You know, the Artful Dodger does it like that.
Like that. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to reading that and seeing how the story continues. I think that'll be a fascinating read. So that's what I'll be doing in future episodes when we get to that segment.
That's quite cool. I like it.
Also, you do on yours.
I've got to thinking, funnily enough. Actually, it's well, I know, Jesus, right? Here's an added thing I want to talk about that I wasn't actually going to talk about, but now you've got me thinking, like, oh, actually, I want to talk about this now. You talked about, and also this is to do with the amount of Batman films I have or haven't seen, which is not many of them. You talk about the how we created each other. We created each other. You know, you created me, I created you, kind of thing.
You mean Batman and Joker, not me and you?
No. The Batman and Joker, not me and you. I didn't create you.
I created you.
Yeah, you did, actually. In a way. In a way. I created you. And anyway, fucking don't know what I'm talking about now.
Where were we?
The Batman film, my favourite Batman film. Right, controversial.
Well, this is it, isn't it? You've the only one you've seen.
No, I've seen another one, but I don't know if you can call it a Batman film, but it is a Batman film, I think. It's the Lego version, the Lego Batman. And I fucking love that.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it is just hysterical. Maybe a lot of people will be like, oh, it's not a real Batman movie or something like that, but I don't care. I think it's hilarious. And
I think you'd be surprised how many people will hold that up as an excellent Batman movie.
I think it's an excellent Batman movie. Even the Lego movie or whatever it's called, and everything is awesome. I mean, that's a great soundtrack. There's a great theme song.
I don't want to get into that song being good, but the Lego movie is good, yeah. I think that's the thing, is just because they're about Lego doesn't mean they're shit. A good movie's a good movie.
Mate, fucking Lego. I like Lego. When I was...
Don't like stepping on Lego.
10. In fact, at the moment, you wouldn't believe the amount of Lego that we're pulling out of this house from when the kids were younger. There's a lot of Lego we've got in this house that was just in boxes. And it's like, God, how much Lego have we amassed over the years?
Yeah. My kids, even into their teens, were still huge Lego fans. I think it's become more of a thing lately because it's a bit like Funko Pops. There's a lot more sort of collecting and stuff to be done rather than just playing with.
Yeah, we've got a couple of Funko Pops from Hamilton, the musical.
Not Lewis Hamilton.
The Formula One person, no.
Yes, like Lando Norris is in Star Wars. And then we come back to Batman. The American Film Institute put Batman as the 46th greatest movie hero and the Joker as the 45th greatest movie villain in the AFI's 100 Years, 100 Heroes and Villains list.
Which is really interesting.
Because next week we're going to fast forward and do our top 10 greatest movie villains.
Nice. I was going to do that segue as well. Brilliant.
Why don't you do the segue?
Well, you've just done it, so it's fine.
The American Film Institute did Batman 46 and Joker as 45 in the greatest movie villains.
And that's interesting because next week we're going to talk about our top 5 movie villains.
Or top 5 each, so it's top 10.
Oh, for fuck's sake, you pedantic fuck. Next thing I want to talk about. Yes, right, Vicky's apartment. I love her apartment. I love how big and bright and airy it is. And in last week's episode, where we were talking about train stations and how much I like the architecture of certain train stations, have you noticed Vicky's apartment? You've got these tiles on the wall, these sort of polished tiles, and then you've got this big iron girder that's painted white, and it looks like something that Isambard Kingdom Brunel would have built. In one of his sort of train stations on the Great Western, the GWR line kind of thing. You know, Great Western Railway stations look just like that. And because I was in Bristol recently for work. I was in Bristol recently for work.
Yeah, I heard you. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, I like Bristol. It's a cool place, man. And the station is just wonderful. I was just walking in and out. I had about an hour to kill before my train, and it was just gorgeous. And you've got this wonderful sort of wrought iron metalwork everywhere. And her front room, I just saw this sort of pillar, this white painted, riveted thing that looked like it was made by Brunel, and it's just gorgeous. And
that's interesting. I'd not noticed it.
Yeah, it's just, I just love architecture. I just got a thing for it, especially railway architecture because it's very specific.
Oh, me too. But now you mention it, it's quite interesting because obviously the movie's quite dark and gloomy, and obviously they were setting Vicky's place up to be not that, to be like not a sanctuary, but a place that is more light and completely not in that darkness.
Bruce Wayne comes in and walks in and is just like, yeah, nice space.
Yeah.
You know, and it is a big airy space, and you wonder, like, you know, how could she afford a place like this in downtown New York, you know?
But then the girder makes sense from, you know, that ties it to the rest of the city.
Absolutely.
But it's painted white. I love that psychology of the set design.
Absolutely. But it's the tiles on the wall as well. You've got these sort of like tiles that you just see in railway stations in the UK. You know, it's just it's just wonderful. It's just great.
Oh, I have to go and look at that again.
Yes, do. I love it. I could do it in like I can put an anorak on as well if you like, and I can do it with a. Oh, I really like the way that this it looks like a train station. It looks like Isambard Kingdom Brunel built it, like the GWR railways.
Well, that's a very dated view of someone that likes trains. These days, you'd have to put a 360 camera on your head, and we'd have to green screen you onto the background of Vicky Vale's apartment, and you're just looking around all excited. We should do that. You don't have a 360 camera, do you?
I don't, unfortunately. No.
Well, maybe just put your phone on its wide angle camera right on your forehead and film that for me, and I'll green screen it out. That would be funny. Do that.
Okay.
Last thing on my list is the MacGuffin, and it's nice to have a plot that isn't such a cliche that super movie heroes have become.
Super movie heroes.
Super movie heroes? What did I say?
You said superhero heroes.
Movies. God.
Should I let this lie? I thought maybe I'll just give you a chance to do that one again.
Good for you. Yeah, just the joke of putting something into everyday products and needing to be foiled. It's so simple and so brilliant. And then you see the news hosts not wearing the makeup or any product because they don't know what will kill them. Mm-hmm. And just that, chances are you bought them already.
Yes.
It's so clever and so chilling. Mm-hmm. The whole way through, I was just thinking, God, this feels so fresh compared to modern superhero movies. Everyone has motivations that make sense and plot points that work, and the whole thing feels real. Mm-hmm. And I think that whole thing about the psychology and the motivations comes back to what I said at the start of the movie, and how they brought the writer in to sort of focus on that and write the third act and stuff. Mm-hmm. And that was, I've got to mention his name because I said at the beginning, what was it? It was Warren, wasn't it? Warren Scarron. So yeah, I just think it's just so enjoyable to watch. I like super movie heroes. Done it again. Super movie heroes. Superhero movies now have just become, your Act 1 setups, and then Act 3 is just this big climactic battle where the whole fucking universe is involved. And this is just, we'll get on to more about that last scene in a minute. Any more for you that you want to talk about?
Yes, I'm afraid.
Bloody talk about it then.
I will bloody talk about it. Basically, we've talked about it before, and I know that I've alluded to this kind of previously, but it's just like the Joker bits, the greatest hits of like the Joker that's going on. It's just his character. I loved so much, and there were a couple of bits I did rewatch because I just liked how he was being. Like, just even down to the dancing at the top of the bell tower, and it's just completely unhinged. Like, he's dancing with her, and you've got this classical music playing, and you've got the fighting going on in the background, and he's just keeping dancing like he doesn't care at all. And he pulls out this fucking toy gun, and then just goes bang, and he laughs. And it just continues to spiral at this point. And like, there's the point where he looks at the gargoyle and it's like, what are you laughing at? And it's just nuts, and everything about it. And I love purple, as she sort of kneels down, which I think is very funny. And like, it's
almost, now you say that, it's almost like it's been edited by a modern day YouTube editor, where they go, every X seconds, I need to introduce something to keep the audience hooked. And the whole time you've got Joker going, gun, glasses, fucking whatever,
You wouldn't hit a guy with glasses on.
Yeah.
And I mentioned it just now. I mean, it's in my notes here, but the henchman with the boombox. I mean, it's just that for me. Like, he just walks around with this boat. It's just so. There are elements that are hysterically funny in an otherwise quite dark film, but it's never. It is almost farcical. It's almost like a spoof in a way.
Oh, the way he kicks him into the bell.
Yeah. Yes. But it never is. It never really feels like it's too spoof. But actually, when you break it down, Christ, it really is. It toes a line so well.
There's something that I've noticed in movies lately that we've been looking at, where you have sort of ridiculous characters, but what works is when the actors playing them go, I'm going to play this straight. All right, I'm playing this lunatic or this crazy guy, comic book character, whatever. But if I believe I'm in his head and his world is real, then it works. It's when you go crazy with it, and it's like modern day movies, like you're almost bloody winking at the camera and breaking the fourth wall. And sometimes that's fine, sometimes that works. But I think sometimes you just have to pretend. Like, I always say I feel this about old movies in the 80s and stuff like Star Wars and things. Is I used to think they were documentaries rather than films because they were so believable. Because I think everyone in it believed what they were doing.
More than just an actor to play a part. It's like, I am this part.
Without becoming Jared Leto and putting blood on your face. I was
just going to say, like, oh my God. Enough about Jared Leto. There's one more thing, and it's Kim Basinger as Vicky Vale, and it's not a criticism of her because I've got no issue with her at all playing the role. It's more to do with the script writing, I think, and how they've directed her. I can't quite buy her character. She comes across as this strong, award-winning war photographer. Strong, independent woman, has quite clearly been to some horrific places to take some, horrific photographs. But, like, also weirdly weak and screaming and sort of fainting on cue. And it just, I felt like she's trying to be a woman in a man's world, but then actually she's just, it's awful, just a woman. That's awful. I don't mean that. I've said it.
Say that to your wife.
I don't like how she's portrayed in this film. It's like, yeah, I want her to be a strong, independent woman, but I just feel like she's let down a little bit by the way she's been directed or the way the script is. And also, she says in the back, everything, I loved you since I first met you. Oh, fuck off. No.
That's the worst line in the movie.
It is, isn't it? So I loved you since I first... No, sod off.
Although, it definitely was cringe. However, that's kind of true. The way they met, Wayne Manor... No, it's not true.
No, it's just, I don't.
It's not.
I don't.
I was trying to defend it, and I couldn't.
I mean, he's loaded. I mean, to be honest, I could love him. If
what did you see in the Billionaire, Bruce Wayne? My partner, who is a woman, said Vicky Vale was a bit weak and a bit pathetic and didn't really do anything during the movie. And I sort of reacted and went, "Oh, that's a bit harsh," but I think she's right. Which is a shame.
Mean, it backs up kind of what I'm saying. It's just I see two sides of her. Like I said, it's just that she's a strong photographer, making a name for herself, or has got a name for herself, or whatever. Is quite clearly a good independent photographer. And then it's like, oh, Batman, I love you. And
the
oh my God, there's a hand.
Story part of that is the problem, mostly. Hey ho. So no more for you. Then you want to talk about.
And then she faints when the fist comes out.
I
holding
love
the flowers. It's quite funny.
I love that. Yeah. Let's talk about the end of the movie.
Let's.
126 minutes later.
Did you
feel? How long the film is.
Did you feel the 126 minutes?
No, it's a bloody joy to watch.
It's good, isn't it?
All the way through. There's not a minute that it slows down and you think, God, this is not interesting.
There's a couple of scenes for me where it just felt like it dragged out a little bit too long. Okay. But the thing is, now looking back at it, I can't actually remember which scenes there were, but I remember a couple of them happening where I thought, this is just dragging on a little bit now.
I think, if anything, maybe the news presentery section.
Yeah.
Maybe, but that's really trying to nitpick at it. That's actually quite intriguing, that whole bit.
Yeah. I mean, we talk about the 90-minute films. This one, totally fine, being as long as it is 2 hours, no drama. Yeah, absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. So at the end of the film, obviously they're in this massive, cathedral thing, going up the bell tower. And I mean, it's just great. The classic chase up the wooden stairs. And I know I've already actually spoken about the dance they're doing at the top, and the Joker's just spiraling. Let's suppose just getting madder and madder and more unhinged and more unhinged. And it's just great. The whole ending is wonderful. And they're hanging there, and he's sort of thing, and he jumps onto the helicopter, onto the ladder, and then, he's got him, and it's like, is he going to, they've fallen off, and he falls off, but they drag him down, and it's this classic kind of sort of standoff, who's going to fall? Not obviously, ultimately he does fall. Spoilers. But it's great. And then, he's falling, and right at the end, he's got that, he's laughing, he's got some sort of toy or some sort of bag inside him that Gordon unveils. Is it Gordon? I think Gordon, he pulls it out, and it's still laughing kind of thing, getting the last laugh. I think that was quite a nice moment there.
I always found that intriguing, that bit. Like, what's in there?
Yeah. What's in the box?
Yeah.
And then Gordon as well, I think, is it Gordon that unveils the bat signal as well, which is classic. Yes. I thought that was going to happen sooner, but of course, why would it have happened sooner? Because they don't actually know who Batman is, and now it's been revealed that, like, if we ever need him again, he can come and help us. And boom, you got the bat signal there and the light and everything.
Send us a signal.
Bam, there it is. Because that's.
And I love the sound effect of that light turning on as well. Oh,
yeah,
beautiful. I mean, I like the fact that it foreshadows throughout the movie the ending when they talk about, have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? That's basically what they do. She dances with the devil in the pale moonlight.
Indeed. Indeed.
And as for the final showdown, I mean, it's just one-on-one in the cathedral. It's not overblown. It's not this bigger than universe type endings we seem to get now. There's not even really any stakes for anyone outside of those 2-3 characters.
And it's not like this massive showdown either. There's a bit of a scuffle. Yeah, you wouldn't hit a guy with glasses on. It's because, I don't know, the Joker's not particularly strong. Let's face it. It's not like mano a mano. They're equally, he's an older guy that can't hold himself against a younger guy who's dressed like a brick shit outhouse, I suppose. So
yeah, I like the fact you have to go through the goons to get him, and we get some entertaining fights with the goons.
All the goons are funny. With their jackets on and the Joker logo on. They're cool. Yeah. They're cool.
It was just a really satisfying ending for me. And what I find interesting is Burton said talking about his own movie.
That's that Burton.
He said, I liked parts of it, but the whole movie is mainly boring to me. It's okay, but it was more of a cultural phenomenon than a great movie.
Okay.
Tim.
From the director?
Tim.
Okay.
Big up yourself.
I was going to say, dude, it's your fucking film.
Yeah. Now, as a demonstration of what a great film is, let's talk about some of our favourite scenes and lines.
Let's.
Do you remember when we did Legend 2 weeks ago?
I do.
And we sort of didn't have any.
No, none.
This is the opposite of that.
Okay. It's funny because...
I could just monologue the whole film right now. And it's going to come close. This is why we had a whole separate episode.
Funny, I've actually only got one favourite scene, really, that
You're shitting me.
Well, no. It's not that... Because I enjoyed it all, and there's not a specific bit that... that scene... Actually, it all just sort of fell together. There wasn't one particular bit that really sort of like that one in particular, actually. And I think that's a testament to the way it's been made, is like, actually, I don't think there's one singular bit that I could pull out. But the one for me, and I'll do it now because fuck it, I'm on it, it's the dining room scene when they're at Wayne Manor and you've got this really long table and the awkwardness is just wonderful. It's like, can you pass the salt?
I love that line.
It's just so silly. And he gets up and he gives the salt and he comes back and sits down. And then it's like, do you know what? I've never actually been in this room before.
Yeah. It's such an unnecessary detail. But I just really find it amusing, and I enjoy that scene every single time.
And it's funny, isn't it? Because we were talking about, not talking about, but, scenes, obviously they cut scenes from films to make them shorter, or they just don't quite work. And in a way, actually, that scene could just be cut from the film. It doesn't need to be there. But actually, I think it's brilliant. I think it's such a funny scene, and I think it's so standalone in a way that's why it appealed to me, because it sort of doesn't fit the narrative of the entire film in a way. It works, but it's very funny. So for me, that was the standout scene.
And I like that they don't over-explain it, but the next time you see them, they're just in a small, cosy kitchen with Alfred, and they've just gone in there and sat right next to each other having a warm little dinner.
Having a bottle of wine, I think it's great. I think it's lovely. Yeah.
It's funny because it's one of those lines that "Can you pass the salt?" where for the past 30-odd years, anytime someone says "Can you pass the salt?" I have to go, "Can you pass the salt?"
Of course.
And I mock the distant voice.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. But that's how memorable that whole scene is for me.
Yeah.
So that's the only one you've got on your list. You've got other lines, or is that it?
I've got lines. I mean, you've You have mentioned one, obviously. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? Because I did obviously want to relate it to them dancing as well on the top of the bell tower, but you alluded to that already, so well done. But obviously, I mean, it is iconic, right? And you see him when he shoots them, and then he says it to him. There's one particular line though that made me laugh. Is like, this town needs an enema.
Yeah.
I mean, I know a few towns like that. There's one I live in the UK, actually. That could do with that.
I love it. He's just pissed that Batman's getting all his press coverage, and that's his response. This town needs an enema. As a kid, I thought he said enemy.
Yes.
To be honest with you.
I know. I did actually rewind it just to go, is that what yes, it is. Brilliant. Yeah. One very quick one is just, I like, you are my number one guy. Just the way he's touching the sides of his arms as he says it. It's so uncomfortable. And Bob just stands there and takes it. Doesn't even question it. Right, okay. There is a scene then, funnily enough, actually it's just come to mind, where it's in the museum, and she was sitting waiting for Bruce, and Joker turns up, kind of thing, and then she splashed him in the face, and he's like, "Oh, I'm melting," and then suddenly she feels really bad for him, and she's like, "Oh, got her arms sort of a little bit round him," and then he stands up and says, "Of course I'm not melting," kind of thing, boo. And with the face, that's right, yeah, boo, of course, yeah, with the makeup but you're like, why are you comforting him, for fuck's sake? Run.
Yeah, I don't know, it's tricky in that situation. She's not seen him do anything, and she doesn't know anything about him, and he's being quite gentlemanly.
That's
he's
interesting.
just sort of saved her, and she thinks she's fucking scarred him for life or something. So yeah, I could see that being a natural human reaction.
Yeah, but he has just tried to shoot like acid at her from his flower.
Yeah. True.
Anyway, just
True. Yeah. There's just so many lines in this, but Keaton's lines especially. At the beginning, when they're in Wayne Manor and Knox is there with Vicky Vale, and Knox doesn't know he's Bruce Wayne. He says, "How do you know that piece of art is Japanese?" And it just says, "Bothered in Japan." And then he goes, and get Knox a grant. It's just so throwaway, but I just absolutely love those subtle lines. It's just so deadpan. There's a bit where Joker's picked up by Batman for the first time at Axis Chemicals, and Jack Nicholson just sort of is being thrust up in the air, and he just goes, "Jesus!" Really, I'd never noticed it before, and I think it's just purely a Jack Nicholson thing. It just really made me laugh.
How he didn't get an Oscar for this is beyond me.
Brilliant performance. Yeah,
it is stunning. I mean, I know we're doing favourite scenes and lines, but I suppose any scene that Jack Nicholson's in for me, because and Jack Nicholson plays Jack Nicholson, right? I mean, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, classic, unhinged. Everything he plays is always a bit unhinged. He is the guy you go to for an unhinged character. So he plays himself in this in a roundabout sort of way. But he is stunning in this. I mean, it's absolutely brilliant. Everything he's in, every scene he's in, he is exceptional. And I said in last week's episode, for me, the film is Jack Nicholson. It is. Yeah. It's all about the Joker, less so about Batman,
Well, just even Joker's reveal, he goes to kill Grissom and he steps into the light and says, "Jack is dead.
Yeah.
Now you can call me Joker." And it's just, my voice is going from doing the Batman and the Joker. And it's, oh, God. But how beautifully set up is that shot visually as well. It's just perfect.
There are a couple
another perfectly visual shot while I'm on it for Batman is in the Axis Chemicals when he smashes the smoke capsule and escapes up between the two goons. Gloriously lit.
Yeah. That you say about gloriously lit. I was just going to refer to the fact that there are a couple of really nice close-up lighting shots. One specifically, I don't know if it's in the Batcave or when he's outside, but Batman looks up and you've just got this sort of shaft of light across his eyes kind of thing, and just really not too bright. It just letterboxes, but not like a harsh letterbox, not really barn dooring it, but just like a gentle sort of thing across his eyes that just really picks it out nicely. And you can really see where the makeup is around his skin through the eye sockets on the mask kind of thing. And it's like, oh yeah, that's nice. There are a couple, the lighting is fantastic throughout, but there are a couple of moments where you see it close up. It's like, yes, it's not too much, it's just right.
Yeah. There's a great line when they're in the museum, after Batman arrives suddenly, and he sort of points the gun, open quotes, in Joker's face. And, you could shoot him in the face or whatever, and it just splits in two, and it shoots the line sideways. Hey, that's great cinematography, the way that's done. But then the line from the Joker, where does he get those wonderful toys?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, it's almost meta, but I've got quite a few more, Christ. One of my favourite scenes is a lot of things all together. We have the museum escape, then we get the reveal of the Batmobile, then it swings around the corner on the line. Then he asks how much she weighs, gives her the grappler. Then you get that great fight scene where he beats the guy with a fancy sword waving with one kick, a bit like Indiana Jones does.
That took it out for me. That took me out of the film. It did. And it's funny because I immediately went, this is Indiana Jones, obviously, because that's classic. And it was so silly, yes, thinking about it. I think I blotted it from my memory, that scene now you mentioned it. I thought that was just fucking ridiculous. He jumps over the thing and he's just waving these swords around. And then, no. Yeah, no.
And then he rescues Vicky Vale again after he gave her the grappler, and he says, you weigh a little more than 108.
I missed that completely.
Talk about a woman's weight. Then you get the whole Batmobile cocoon thing. Then it's driving towards him and he just does the stop, which is great.
Yeah.
Then we drive to the Batcave and you get the secret entrance, the Batcave reveal. It's like so much in just a few minutes, just revealing like more and more of the Batman lore and backstory and who he's all about, and just a bit of humour in there, a bit of action in there. It's everything in a few minutes. It's absolutely wonderful. But one of my favourite scenes is when he tries to tell her he's Batman. He goes over to her apartment, like you said earlier, talks about how spacious it is, and he's just excellent. He's firm as a character. He doesn't let her go crazy without knowing the real story. He almost pushes her down or something. Yeah. Then she thinks he's married, and he's so close to telling her, but he's driving himself crazy with it. And it's so good to see this hero who can handle so much pressure, but he can't say those words, and he mouths them when she gets up. It's just, I'm Batman. And then it's so good that he's not got his suit with him, but he's still resourceful, and he gets the makeup tray and puts it down him. And also the whole, like, you can't make an omelette without breaking some eggs line about Alicia, which was great. And then he says, when he realises that Bruce Wayne's there, well, Miss Vale, another rooster in the hen house. Fuck, there's sort of metaphors in this.
Yeah.
Because later he says, never rub another man's rhubarb.
Yes. That is brilliant.
Yeah, and I just love that how we get Bruce reveals that he knows Joker is Napier. The whole wanna get nuts, come on, let's get nuts line. I was going to do it, but my voice is really killing me right now. That's where we get the first ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight, or the second. That's just such a scene. So much goes on in that apartment, and it's not a long scene. Another line I like, which I've said before to people, is about Beauty and the Beast, but if anyone else says that about you, I'll cut their lungs out. And then the whole crime ring scene with the bosses, where he uses the ring to fry the guy with his handshake. Antoine got a little hot under the collar.
Yeah, that's a great scene, actually.
Yeah, that whole scene is great.
I like when he does the tie-up on the cadaver. It's just quite funny.
Yeah. I always expect his head to fall off or something.
Yeah.
Yes, so plenty of great scenes and lines. And this whole movie is just one great movie, really.
Yeah.
Right, time to rank it.
Whoa.
Oh, it's been interesting for you. I asked you, so Julia saw it for the first time. And before we even got the credits, but you knew it was the end of the movie, she went, well, that was S tier. I was like, holy fuck. And I thought she was joking. I was like, you taking the piss?
Wow. She
was genuine. I was like, that was brilliant.
Excellent. Wow, that's amazing. Because, you know, I wouldn't have expected that from her either. That's cool. That's
not really her type of movie.
No.
But suffice to say, I'm also going S tier. I'm sure there's no speculation.
It's obvious where you're going with that. I know you're going S tier.
It's the only time I've written that on my notes.
Oh, really? I never write it, actually, because quite often I'm still deciding as I'm talking about it, to be honest.
I decide it in the moment normally, but this was such an obvious choice.
It is obvious, isn't it? I'm going to go A.
I think that's fair.
I think maybe because I haven't got the memories that you do with it. I thought it was a great film. I think maybe I had to watch it in 2 sittings because I just haven't had the time to sit down and watch it because I've got so much going on at the moment. Maybe that's taken away from it slightly. I haven't been able to fully immerse myself in it. And I haven't been able to sort of sit down and watch a movie. And I think this is a film where you really have to sit down and watch a movie. So maybe I'm judging it unfairly at the moment, but that's just where I'm at the moment.
I think that is very fair.
It was great. The themes, the score alone is stunning. I think it's wonderful. I think Jack Nicholson's brilliant. I think the whole film is a solid A. Absolutely. Yeah.
I just think everyone in it's perfect. Keaton's a 10 out of 10 Batman. Nicholson's a 10 out of 10 Joker. The Batmobile is 10 out of 10. They just, for me, they remain the definitive versions of these characters. And it's so fun. It's dark but camp. You can almost make this into whatever you want. That's what I like about it. If you want the dark Batman, it's all there. If you want the fun camp stuff, it's there.
Yes, you're absolutely right. You've got the camp, haven't you? From Adam West Batman, but also you've got the darkness, you've got the new stuff, and it's set up the entire genre, hasn't it? I think, to be honest, I think this film and Tim Burton really set up the future of Batman, and still the imagery and the scenes and the visuals that we have in current Batmen is there,
Yeah. What I like about it is, and I sort of said about it earlier, is that all the characters are playing it straight and they're motivated by their own madness, right, as to what they do.
Yeah.
And nowadays it feels like actors who know they're in a movie and trying to be funny. I hate that idea that you're trying to be a funny character. Whereas in this, the Joker does what he does because he's a fucking lunatic. So when he pulls out the chattering teeth or the fake glasses, that's just the sort of weirdo he is.
Yes.
And that he knows that's going to be a distraction or whatever. It's not for a cheap movie laugh. It's got genuine motivation from the character. I think Burton nails it. I'm not a huge Tim Burton fanboy or anything. His stuff can be good and bad, but he brings so many elements together, and all this weird different stuff just feels really cohesive. It's that rare thing of feeling like you're in a world, but like we talked about the soundtrack, and a world that is from a director with a really distinct vision.
Yeah.
But what's interesting researching it is realizing that this movie is a culmination of choosing people for the different departments and the different jobs who had no proven track record, whether that's Keaton being a dark action hero rather than the comedy guy, to Burton on his 3rd movie, Elfman feeling like he's not up to scratch, Pratt feeling like he's got people around him saying there are better people for the job. They all brought their A game to make this one of the greatest movies of all time for me.
Yeah. Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
What do our Patreons think?
Yes. I better log into that, hadn't I? Patreon.
This will be interesting.
Patreon. So, from the top, Davey B. Of the 4 live-action Batman films from this period, this was the last one I saw, and the Joker used to scare the shit out of me when I was a kid. A bit like your mate. It's a good movie, but I still think Mask of Phantasm is better.
Mask of Phantasm is an animated movie.
I like Batman Returns. I have a love for Batman Forever, though. I think Jim Carrey should have played the Mad Hatter instead of Riddler, and we don't talk about the Ice Age one. Doc JT thinks Phantasm is excellent. I must admit, I don't actually know what any of that means. I didn't know that Jim Carrey was in a Batman. That makes me want to see a Batman Forever, is it?
Yes, that's Batman Forever with
he plays the Riddler, doesn't he?
Yes.
He dresses in a suit with question marks.
Yes. It's the sort of Jim Carrey that I really can't stand.
You don't like Jim Carrey at all, do you? And I do.
Not like that.
That's
Silly wackiness. That is
then?
exactly what I mean when I say someone trying to sort of be funny in a movie.
I mean, that's me,
exactly
though. You do realise that is literally my persona. I mean, you know.
No.
All right. No.
You're trying to get attention. You're not trying to be funny.
Yeah. All right.
Dr. JT himself, in his own comment, rather than replying to Davey, says, an excellent interpretation of The Dark Knight. Tim Burton's film helped Batman transcend from just kid stuff to be taken as serious media. The gothic tone and classic stylings helped reinforce what Batman would look like for decades. The soundtrack is so iconic you could argue it's more famous than the movie in the current day. It's perhaps, beside Reeves' Superman, the most important superhero film ever. Keaton is likeable and sympathetic as Bruce Wayne, who swings into a coolly intimidating Batman. Jack Nicholson is shockingly good as Joker, with his genuinely funny, scary delivery and antics.
Absolutely.
While it isn't my personal favourite screen Batman, that would be The Batman. It is as close a second as you can be. S tier all day. Yes, Doc.
Which one is The Batman?
That's the robot Bat.
Oh, that's your favourite? Favourite. Is that your favourite? Wow.
I sort of like it, I won't lie. I like the detective nature of it, which is what Batman was.
I went to the Necropolis in Glasgow recently where they filmed some of it. Oh, well, that's it. That's all I've got to say, actually.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I've got
Great story.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, there you go. And that's it. Bryn.
We'll put a new section in the show, AJ's anecdotes.
Which are just shit. AJ's shit anecdotes.
All set up, no payoff.
Absolutely. Well, I've got this great story.
Bit like your sex life.
Yeah.
Bryn, I'm reading Bryn's.
Are you doing Bryn?
As a kid in the 80s who loved on-screen superheroes but had limited access to their comic book counterparts, my Batman was Adam West.
Nice.
Lovable and absurd. And then this movie came along. I say movie, but with the level of hype surrounding it, it was really a pop culture phenomenon. The world went bat crazy, and I embraced the merch madness wholeheartedly.
So you're the reason that Jack Nicholson's got so much money.
Yeah. But did the movie live up to the hype? Well, not entirely, but I still loved it. Michael Keaton proved to be a great Batman. Other Batmen have been more faithful to the comics, but he played both sides of the role really well. Kim Basinger does what she needs to do. And the supporting cast solid.
I love that. She does what she needs to do.
Faint praise. But along the lines of what we've sort of said, really. But this movie belongs to Jack Nicholson. Yes, he plays Jack Nicholson, but he does so magnificently.
Yes,
both
absolutely.
Terrifying and fun at the same time,
brilliant.
and closer to the comic book Joker than any live-action portrayal that ever got. The Prince songs never really interested me, except Scandalous, but I played the Danny Elfman soundtrack until the tape wore out.
Nice.
Burton understood that a man dressed as a bat who fights a killer clown is a fantasy, and that it should be both dark and fun at the same time, and that's what he gave us in the two best Batman movies ever made. I could try to take account of Batman 89's weaknesses in my ranking, but screw that, it's an S tier from me.
Nice.
Good one, Brett.
Yeah.
Good one.
Yeah. No, you're right about Jack Nicholson there. Totally. Completely agree. Kat has got to say, I've not watched this for a long time, and I'm definitely more Marvel than DC when it comes to superhero films, so rewatching it was interesting. Burton's Gotham Gothic style, a leap away from the reruns of the Adam West Batman I watched as a kid, helps set the new darker tone, but with nods of madcap humour akin to the beloved TV version, which is true. It is absolutely, like we said earlier, it keeps the camp, but has got the darkness, you know. I like how the use of prints leans into this comic book energy for those scenes, giving them a playful contrast to the darker tone. Jack Nicholson's Joker is, for me, the standout performance. Yes, his Joker has a theatrical, chaotic energy that makes him mesmerising. This is so true. I mean, you know, we both said it all along. It's all about, you know, Jack Nicholson in this. My main criticism is with Vicky Vale. Oh, here we go. She is introduced as a capable, experienced photojournalist, someone who has clearly worked in dangerous environments, Kat, and for a whole for a while, the film leans into that with her actively searching for answers and pushing the story forward. But then you get scenes like the one in her apartment with Joker and Bruce Wayne, where a gun is fired and she reacts in the way that feels more like a standard damsel in distress than someone with that level of experience. And it creates a bit of a disconnect for me. Mate, what was I saying?
Yep.
So, did I enjoy it? Yes, mostly. I'll watch it anytime soon. Will I watch it anytime soon? Probably not. It's not a bad film. I've just got other superhero movies I'd put on first. So I think it has to be a B from me. Interesting.
Well, Kat, I don't want to be the first to tell you this, but you're wrong. And if there's any bloody Avengers and Marvel films that you're putting on before this, I think you need to have a word with yourself. Except Iron Man. I'll give you Iron Man.
That's not very good, Iron Man.
Iron Man, the first one.
Oh,
bloody
do you
brilliant.
like it? Oh, really?
The first one's brilliant. Yeah.
I don't think any of them are, but I just don't quite get any of them, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. I like Spider-Man. With all of them actually, all of the Spider-Man.
Let yourself down a bit there for going, you don't like any of them. Oh, but I like Spider-Man.
Well, no, I just think Toby, the original Toby Maguire.
Oh no, they're the worst.
What, really?
Yeah.
I like the latest one where they all meet up together, like Andrew Garfield and Toby Maguire and Tom Holland, and they all meet. I like that one. I don't know which one that is, but I kind of like it. I think it's cool. And they're all like, "Oh, where does yours come out of?" And it's like, "Oh, is that real?" Like, "Oh, mine are little pellets and stuff." I don't know. It's just kind of a funny. Anyway, sorry. Go on.
Last one from a Patreon. Simon says Michael Keaton is the best actor who has played Batman. Absolutely correct, Simon. Glad to see someone seeing sense. So this film has an advantage right away, and if you're comparing and contrasting, having Jack Nicholson as your bad guy means that anyone in any film is going to be second best. I'm not a total Burton apologist. I think he fails as much as he succeeds, but the creative big swings he takes in this are wonderful. And the film isn't even spoiled by Danny Elfman, who's the worst movie composer of all time. Oh, that sounds a bit harsh, Simon. Wow. I like Simon to be quite firm,
divisive,
hot take.
Christ. Ouch.
I mean, he seems weird. Danny Elfman seems weird as a human being, but he's married to who's he married to? Someone you wouldn't expect. Anyway, easy S tier from me. Best Batman film by some distance. I'm going to high five you, Simon. I'm bloody right on. Bloody right on.
Danny Elfman is the worst movie composer of all time. He's done a lot. I quite like his music.
Oh, he's done so much.
Jesus. In fact, he did The Simpsons the same year that he did this.
Yeah. He's married to Bridget Fonda.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah. Been married to her for 20 plus years.
Bloody hell.
There we go. Right.
God.
If you want more things about bad guys like the Joker, then we'll both be back next week with a fast forward episode, and it's going to be all about our top 10 greatest movie villains. How are you feeling about that one, AJ?
I'm actually really looking forward to it. I put it out to the family actually, and they have given me some really interesting ones to think about.
If there's any way you can find to do less work, you'll find it.
Absolutely. Work smart, not hard.
Yeah. But what's the next movie we'll be rewinding on the main show? It's your turn.
Fuck.
Glad I texted you about this.
Oh, fuck. Right. Shit. It's, I tell you what we're going to do, because, I was thinking about it earlier, and you'll know why.
Okay.
We're going to go to 1991, and we're gonna fly to Neverland.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I wonder what it could be.
Don't ruin it.
Is it that Michael Jackson biopic? I'm excited to see that. It's been a very, very long time.
I think I probably see it at least once a year, and I'm looking forward to watching it again. Yeah.
I was talking about it recently on a podcast that I've recorded but is not out yet, that'll be coming out in the future, where I'm talking to Ciara Kay, a composer from Berklee College of Music, and we're talking about the music of John Williams. So that was a fascinating conversation for me to have without having seen the movie lately.
I listen to this in the car on the regular.
Really?
Yes, I love it.
Let's do it.
The whole soundtrack. But anyway, Please leave a review on your podcast platform of choice, whether that's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or whatever. It all really helps. You can find us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Rewind Classic Movies. If you want to drop us an email, it's rewindclassicmovies@gmail.com.
Right, that's the show. Thanks so much for spending time with us. If you want to come hang out, get behind the scenes updates, ad-free listing, bonus content, or early access to the episodes, then you can head over to our Patreon, where you can get a backlot pass for just $5 a month. We'll see you next week. Say goodbye, AJ.
Goodbye.
Bye. Sorry about the mess. Forgot to say that bit. Bye.